Well, hello everyone. My name is Dara Rath and I'm the pastor at Faith Lutheran Church in Port Elgin, Ontario, Canada. Each week I bring you a story that takes about 5 minutes to watch. And some of the stories are funny and some of them are just sentimental. And here's this wonderful story that I found in my stash. Every morning at 6:45, long before the people along the shore of Lake Huron fully woke up, the residents would see the same figure on the weathered blue bench overlooking the lake. Her name was Margaret, 83, retired schoolteacher, and according to local legend, the unofficial keeper of sunrise. For years, people assumed she came for the view, because Lake Huron does put on quite a show after all. But the truth was quieter. Margaret came for the sound. Not the waves, though she liked those too. She came for the soft, rhythmic tapping from the boardwalk planks, a sound she'd once been able to identify instantly. Her late husband, Tom, walked with a slight hitch in his left step, the step of a hockey injury he never stopped bragging about. But when he walked toward her, even in a crowd, she could pick out that uneven tap-tap pause, like a fingerprint. For 49 years, they met on that bench every morning, even in winter, even when the wind cut sideways. A marriage, she used to say, is just a long conversation interrupted by life. The bench was where they kept the conversation going. When Tom passed, the house felt too quiet, but the bench somehow didn't. She kept going, telling him about the neighbors and the grandkids and the price of milk, the raccoon that kept getting into her compost. She didn't believe he heard her, not literally, but she liked the ritual. It kept the shape of him alive. One chilly October morning, a teenager named Lucas, new to town, headphones always on, sat at the far end of the bench. He nodded politely. She nodded back. The next day, he was there again, and the next. Finally, after a week, he asked, "Why do you come here every day?" Margaret told him the truth. Not the sad version, but the real one. Well, Lucas listened, then surprised her. Well, he said, "My dad and I used to fix bikes together. I haven't touched mine since he left." He paused. Maybe I should. The next morning, he brought a wrench. Not to fix anything, just to hold. A small anchor. A beginning. Word spread. A jogger started stopping by. Then a dog walker. Then a nurse finishing night shift. People began sharing tiny pieces of their lives with the quiet woman on the blue bench. Not because she asked, she never did, but because she listened to the way only someone who has loved deeply can. One spring afternoon, the town installed a small plaque on the bench. Margaret didn't know about it until she sat down and saw it. For all the conversations that keep us going. That what was on the plaque. She laughed, then she cried. Then she patted the bench beside her and said, "Well, Tom, looks like we've got company." From that day on, the bench wasn't just a place to watch the sunrise. It became a place where people remembered and healed and slowly began new conversations of their own. Isn't that a wonderful story? And certainly all along Lake Huron, there are spots here and there where there are benches for people to sit on. They sit there, they watch the sunset, they listen to the waves, and they have conversations with people who walk by. What a wonderful story. Thanks so much for taking 5, and blessings on your day.